Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The Washington Commanders have finally drawn a line in the sand regarding Brian Robinson Jr., ending months of rampant trade speculation and rumors surrounding their star running back. For weeks, fans and analysts alike have debated Robinson's future in the nation's capital, with whispers of possible trades, disagreements over scheme fit, and murmurs of locker room tension. Now, it's official. Robinson will not take the field for the Commanders during their Monday Night Football preseason matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. This announcement, confirmed by Mike Garafolo of NFL Network, signals a seismic shift in Washington's offensive outlook and practically guarantees that Robinson's era in the city is nearing its conclusion. While the reasons for this decision are multifaceted, the consensus emerging among insiders is that this move reflects a strategic choice by the Commanders to pivot toward a more versatile backfield approach, one that prioritizes explosive playmaking over traditional power running. For Robinson, this is a dramatic turn in what had been a promising early career. Reports surfaced shortly after Garafolo's revelation that the Commanders had officially placed Robinson on the trade block, adding fuel to the fire and confirming the speculation that had been circulating for days. Jordan Schultz, another respected NFL insider, corroborated that the team was exploring trade possibilities for the Alabama product, emphasizing that the decision was deliberate and calculated. Meanwhile, Ben Standig, previously with The Athletic and now covering Washington independently, hinted strongly that Robinson's status on the 53-man roster was in jeopardy, signaling that the organization is prepared to move forward without him. This convergence of insider reports paints a clear picture. Robinson, despite his contributions and dedication, may no longer fit into the Commanders' long-term plans. The team's public acknowledgement of his trade availability has shifted the narrative from speculation to near certainty, allowing fans, analysts, and potential suitors to adjust expectations accordingly. This development underscores the sometimes harsh realities of professional football, where talent alone does not always guarantee permanence in a roster spot. Garafolo also clarified that Robinson's absence from the preseason game was a mutual decision, indicating that both player and organization are navigating this transition with a level of professionalism, despite the potential disappointment for fans. This mutual agreement suggests that Robinson is being protected from unnecessary exposure in games that could impact his trade value, while the team maintains flexibility to negotiate a favorable deal. It is a delicate balancing act, honoring the contributions of a player who has been pivotal while also preparing the team for a future that may no longer include him. The decision highlights the Commanders' strategic mindset, focusing on long-term adaptability over short-term loyalty. For a running back who has proven his ability to carry the load, this move represents not just a shift in roster composition, but a significant recalibration of Washington's offensive identity and philosophy. The Commanders' confidence in their other running back options appears to be a driving factor behind this decision. Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury has repeatedly praised Robinson's skills, acknowledging his toughness and reliability. Yet the reports suggest that the team is seeking a back who can generate explosive, game-changing plays more consistently. Robinson, known for his ground-and-pound style, may not align perfectly with this vision. This strategic choice reflects a broader trend in the NFL, where teams increasingly prioritize versatility and playmaking ability in skill positions over traditional role-specific strengths. The emergence of younger talents and the availability of experienced veterans like Austin Ekeler give Washington the reassurance that the backfield can remain productive even in Robinson's absence, thereby justifying the difficult decision to consider moving him. The move also underscores the Commanders' willingness to be transparent about their intentions. By making it clear that Robinson will not participate in the preseason game, the team signals to potential trade partners that he remains healthy and available, maximizing his marketability. This approach sacrifices short-term contributions in favor of strategic positioning, showing that the organization values long-term roster flexibility above immediate performance. For Robinson, this is an opportunity to find a new team where his skills may better align with offensive schemes, yet it also places him in a position of uncertainty. Washington's approach exemplifies the calculated decisions NFL teams must make when balancing individual talent with systemic fit, demonstrating that even accomplished players are not immune to strategic roster moves. Robinson's journey in Washington has been marked by resilience and determination. Over the past 2.5 seasons, he emerged as the lead back, accumulating 2,329 rushing yards and scoring 15 touchdowns despite facing multiple challenges, including injuries and the physical demands of the NFL. His ability to overcome adversity and contribute consistently made him a cornerstone of the Commanders' offense for a significant period. Yet, the wear and tear of his playing style, coupled with evolving team philosophies, has contributed to the organization's reassessment of his role. This narrative illustrates the brutal reality of professional football, where even highly productive players may find themselves displaced due to strategic shifts or scheme mismatches, reminding fans that performance and loyalty alone do not guarantee stability in the league. The timing of Robinson's potential departure also creates ripples across Washington's roster and offensive strategy. With Jayden Daniels poised to lead the quarterback position, the Commanders are emphasizing dynamic offensive options that complement his style of play. Robinson's exit places increased pressure on remaining backs and emerging talents to step up, particularly rookies like Ja'Cory Cross-Garrett, who have been attracting attention for their versatility and explosive potential. The integration of multiple offensive options suggests a deliberate attempt by the coaching staff to cultivate unpredictability, forcing defenses to account for a broader range of threats. While Robinson's departure may be emotionally difficult for fans, it reflects the organization's commitment to evolving the offense to maximize performance and efficiency in a competitive division. The trade landscape for Robinson is potentially promising, despite the uncertainty. Teams looking to upgrade their running back position, either as a primary option or as depth behind an established starter, may find Robinson's combination of durability, experience, and proven production appealing. His ability to transition quickly into a new system while providing reliable rushing yards and scoring potential enhances his trade value. The Commanders' transparency about his availability signals to potential suitors that he is ready for immediate contribution without hidden limitations. This could expedite trade discussions, allowing Robinson to find a new team where his skill set aligns with the offensive philosophy, potentially revitalizing his career while providing Washington with valuable assets in return. From a franchise perspective, the decision highlights broader organizational trends and roster management patterns. Robinson, a former third-round pick, is the latest example of a Ron Rivera-era draft selection who did not complete a full rookie contract in Washington. This pattern raises questions about long-term drafting strategy, player development, and retention policies within the team. While each player's circumstances differ, the trend illustrates the challenges the organization faces in balancing draft expectations with on-field realities. The Commanders must continue to evaluate talent acquisition and retention strategies, particularly as they navigate an increasingly competitive NFL landscape, where player performance, scheme fit, and market dynamics intersect in complex ways that affect roster decisions year after year. For fans, Robinson's potential exit is both emotional and significant. His contributions over multiple seasons endeared him to the Washington faithful, and his work ethic, toughness, and reliability established him as a respected figure in the locker room. The narrative surrounding his trade or departure extends beyond statistics and performance metrics, touching on loyalty, identity, and the evolving nature of team culture. While some supporters may view the decision as a pragmatic football move, others may feel a sense of loss for a player who gave his all during his tenure. This tension between strategic necessity and fan sentiment highlights the human dimension of professional sports, reminding audiences that roster moves involve more than just numbers. They involve people, relationships, and legacies that extend beyond the field. Ultimately, the Commanders' stance on Brian Robinson Jr. reflects the complex interplay between talent evaluation, strategic planning, and the realities of professional football. By prioritizing roster flexibility, scheme alignment, and long-term offensive potential, the organization is making a calculated decision that will reshape the backfield landscape. Robinson's resilience, contributions, and character remain undisputed, Yet the evolving demands of the NFL have dictated a new path for both player and team. As trade discussions unfold and the league absorbs the news, the Washington Commanders are demonstrating their willingness to make difficult choices in pursuit of competitive advantage. The outcome will define not only Robinson's future, but also the trajectory of the Commanders' offense, creating a pivotal chapter in the team's ongoing evolution. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Rico Dowdle's signing with the Washington Commanders has sparked a wave of speculation among fans and analysts alike, as whispers circulate that this move could shake up the team's backfield dynamics in ways few anticipated. Known for his versatility and physicality, Dowdle brings a skill set that allows him to contribute both in short yardage situations and as a receiving option out of the backfield. Rumors suggest that his arrival is not merely to add depth, but to push the incumbent running backs to elevate their performances, creating a competitive environment that could redefine how the Commanders approach their rushing attack. Sources close to the team hint that Dowdle impressed coaches during private workouts, showcasing a combination of vision, acceleration, and toughness that made it difficult for Washington to pass on him. His reputation for being a reliable, hard-working player has fans already speculating about potential breakout moments early in the season. Even casual observers are beginning to debate whether Dowdle could earn significant snaps in critical third-down situations, or perhaps even play a featured role in certain game plans tailored to exploit defensive weaknesses. Rumors are swirling that the coaching staff sees him as a chess piece in a more intricate offensive scheme than previously imagined, perhaps one that emphasizes unpredictable formations and quick touches to maximize his agility and football IQ. Conversations among insiders suggest that Dowdle's presence might also impact roster decisions at other positions, as teams often reevaluate the balance between power runners, scat backs, and receiving threats when a versatile talent enters the fold. Social media chatter has fans imagining highlight reels filled with sharp cuts, breakaway runs, and clutch receptions, speculating on how Dowdle could energize the stadium and become a fan favorite in short order. Even commentators who typically take a cautious stance are hinting that his signing could signal a more aggressive, flexible approach from the Commanders' offensive coordinator, with new wrinkles designed to capitalize on Dowdle's unique blend of speed, strength, and versatility. The anticipation around Rico Dowdle's role within the Washington Commanders' offensive rotation is generating a buzz that seems almost palpable among fans and insiders, with some suggesting that the team may be preparing to feature him in high-leverage situations sooner than expected. Analysts have started to break down potential scenarios where Dowdle could exploit mismatches against linebackers and nickel corners, painting a picture of a dynamic offensive weapon capable of transforming routine plays into momentum-shifting moments. Sources close to the locker room hint that veteran players have already taken notice of his work ethic and adaptability, suggesting an environment where internal competition could elevate the performance of the entire backfield. Rumors indicate that the coaching staff sees him as more than just a supplementary option, potentially envisioning packages specifically designed to leverage his strengths in space, utilize his receiving ability, and challenge opposing defenses to account for his presence on the field at all times. Speculation has fans and sports media alike dissecting film from his previous stops, debating whether his combination of size, agility, and vision might allow him to thrive even in a committee system. Some whisper that Dowdle could become a secret weapon on early downs, sneaky in goal line scenarios, and unpredictable in third and short situations where his versatility is hardest to defend. The narrative spreading across fan forums and podcasts hints that his signing might not just be about adding depth, but could reflect a subtle strategic pivot by the Commanders' offensive staff, indicating a willingness to experiment and adapt to the evolving challenges of the NFL. Insider chatter also points to the potential impact on locker room dynamics, suggesting that Dowdle's presence could ignite friendly competition that strengthens cohesion, motivation, and accountability among teammates, particularly among players vying for snaps in the backfield. Social media speculation fuels this growing narrative, with fans imagining electrifying plays and envisioning Dowdle as a pivotal piece capable of tipping close games in Washington's favor. Even casual observers seem intrigued by the possibility that his signing could catalyze a season full of surprises, with a mix of raw talent and strategic ingenuity, keeping opponents guessing week after week. Early reports on Rico Dowdle joining the Commanders hint at a brewing backfield battle, with whispers suggesting that he isn't merely a depth addition, but a player expected to fight for meaningful carries from day one. Those familiar with his style emphasize his balance between power and finesse, noting that he combines the strength to push through contact with the agility necessary to make defenders miss in open space. Sources close to the team suggest that coaches were impressed by his adaptability, pointing out his ability to execute in multiple roles, whether as a traditional rusher, a receiving threat, or a blocker in passing situations. Rumors also circulate that his signing might have influenced the team's strategy for preseason preparations, as coaching staff reportedly consider integrating him into packages that test defensive flexibility while keeping opponents off balance. Among insiders, there is chatter that Dowdle's work ethic and football IQ could raise the overall standard in practice, compelling other running backs to refine their techniques and anticipate more challenging matchups during the season. Fans have latched onto these ideas, speculating on how the Commanders might deploy him creatively, with some suggesting split-back formations or motion-heavy designs intended to exploit his strengths and maximize offensive efficiency. Analysts have begun breaking down his prior performances, highlighting his ability to maintain productivity in limited snaps, which fuels rumors that he could emerge as a key situational weapon capable of changing game dynamics. Social media discussion amplifies these narratives, with enthusiasts imagining scenarios where Dowdle breaks off explosive runs or catches crucial passes, adding layers of excitement to the team's offensive identity. Internal whispers further suggest that the coaching staff appreciates his locker room presence, noting that his competitive yet humble demeanor could foster cohesion and motivate younger players, setting the stage for a battle that could define the Commanders' rushing strategy. The overarching sense is that this signing represents more than depth. It signals a potential shift in offensive philosophy, one that values versatility, adaptability, and the kind of playmaking ability Dowdle brings to every snap. As the news of Rico Dowdle's arrival in Washington spreads, speculation continues to mount over how the Commanders intend to integrate him into their offensive plans, with insiders hinting that his role could evolve rapidly depending on performance and matchups. Rumors suggest that the coaching staff values his dual-threat capabilities, capable of executing designed runs and contributing as a reliable receiving option, which may open the door for creative play calling. Sources indicate that early practices have been highly competitive, with Dowdle reportedly impressing coaches with his ability to grasp schemes quickly, adjust on the fly, and consistently execute under pressure. Fans and media outlets alike are beginning to analyze past games, breaking down his tendencies and envisioning scenarios where he could exploit gaps in opposing defenses, further fueling the narrative that his presence could inject unpredictability into Washington's ground game. Some whispers hint at internal debates regarding how to balance snap distribution, especially considering the depth and talent already present in the backfield, making Dowdle's fight for carries a topic of intrigue and suspense. Social media discussions are abuzz with hypothetical highlights, imagining him making key catches on third down or powering through for critical yardage in short yardage situations, elevating anticipation for the season ahead. Analysts are already speculating about potential matchup advantages, noting that his blend of agility and physicality might create unique challenges for linebackers and safeties tasked with containing him. The rumor mill also suggests that his signing could influence roster decisions at other positions, as teams often reassess offensive balance when a player with his versatility enters the fold. Observers close to the organization hint that Dowdle's impact could extend beyond tangible statistics, influencing team culture by fostering competition, accountability, and a sense of urgency among the entire offensive unit. Ultimately, the chatter suggests that Washington views Dowdle as more than a temporary addition, potentially positioning him as a key chess piece in a broader offensive strategy aimed at keeping defenses guessing and maximizing efficiency in critical game situations. The whispers surrounding Rico Dowdle's integration into the Commanders' offensive framework have reached a fever pitch, with insiders suggesting that the team sees his potential as a multifaceted weapon capable of altering defensive priorities. Analysts speculate that his signing might encourage creative formations that leverage his receiving and rushing capabilities, allowing the team to exploit mismatches and introduce unpredictability to their ground game. Rumors from training sessions indicate that he is already impressed with his understanding of blocking schemes, his ability to pick up blitzes, and his capacity to adjust in real time, which could earn him key roles in situational packages. Fans have taken these reports and begun imagining a dynamic backfield where Dowdle shares snaps with established players, creating opportunities for explosive plays and challenging defenses to account for multiple threats simultaneously. Some chatter suggests that his presence could influence coaching decisions beyond play calling, potentially affecting practice routines, preseason game planning, and even the evaluation of other roster candidates. Analysts are debating whether his signing signals a shift toward a more aggressive, versatile offensive philosophy or whether it represents a strategic depth addition with the potential for situational usage. Social media conversations are filled with scenarios envisioning him breaking long runs, catching passes in open space, and serving as a reliable weapon in third-down conversions, igniting excitement among supporters eager for a dynamic rushing attack. Sources close to the locker room hint at his professionalism and team-oriented attitude, suggesting that his impact could extend to fostering competitiveness, motivation, and cohesion among teammates vying for opportunities. Rumors also suggest that Dowdle might be positioned as a secret weapon in critical goal line and short yardage situations, allowing the Commanders to maintain unpredictability while exploiting his unique skill set. Ultimately, the narrative forming around his arrival is one of potential disruption and opportunity, with fans and insiders alike speculating on just how much he could influence Washington's offensive trajectory this season. Insider buzz about Rico Dowdle joining the Commanders has been gaining momentum, with whispers suggesting that he could quickly become a focal point in certain offensive packages designed to maximize his versatility. Analysts are speculating about the ways his dual-threat ability could allow Washington to manipulate defensive alignments, opening lanes for other runners while simultaneously threatening with his receiving skills out of the backfield. Rumors indicate that his quick grasp of the playbook and adaptability in practice sessions have impressed coaching staff, hinting at a readiness to integrate him into both traditional and unconventional schemes. Fans are dissecting film from prior seasons, imagining Dowdle as a catalyst for high-energy, game-changing plays that could swing momentum in Washington's favor during tight contests. Sources close to the team suggest that his signing may influence snap distribution and the backfield hierarchy, adding intrigue as incumbent running backs face new competition for meaningful touches. Social media chatter paints pictures of explosive cutbacks, third-down receptions, and goal-line bruising, fueling expectations that he could inject a new dynamic into the team's offensive identity. Conversations among insiders hint at his potential to inspire accountability and elevate performance in practice, fostering healthy competition that could benefit the entire roster. Analysts debate whether the team plans to leverage him primarily in space, in short yardage scenarios, or as a hybrid weapon, adding to the speculation surrounding his true role. Locker room whispers suggest that Dowdle's presence might also positively influence team culture, motivating veteran players and rookies alike to maintain high standards. Overall, the buzz emphasizes the idea that his addition could signal both strategic depth and an evolution in how the Commanders approach offensive versatility this season. Talk of Rico Dowdle's potential impact in Washington has reached even casual observers, with speculation suggesting that his skill set might force opponents to adjust defensive priorities on every snap. Rumors from training camp indicate that he has impressed with his combination of agility, acceleration, and toughness, making him an unpredictable option for the Commanders' offensive coordinator. Analysts are debating possible packages designed specifically to exploit his versatility, from motion-heavy formations to third-down receiving plays and short-yardage power runs. Fans are creating hypothetical highlight reels in their minds, envisioning Dowdle making key receptions, breaking tackles, and changing the flow of games with explosive plays that energize both stadiums and social media platforms. Sources close to the team suggest that internal competition is already intensifying as incumbent running backs react to the new addition, raising overall practice intensity and performance levels. The rumor mill hints at strategic innovations in play calling, with whispers that Dowdle might be used as a chess piece to keep defenses guessing while optimizing opportunities for other offensive players. Analysts have begun assessing his past tendencies, debating how his vision, quickness, and versatility could allow him to thrive even within a committee system. Conversations among insiders suggest that his presence could influence roster decisions, conditioning programs, and the allocation of snaps, indicating a wider impact beyond game day. The general sentiment across media and fan circles is one of excitement, as Dowdle's arrival seems poised to bring unpredictability, energy, and potential game-changing moments to the Commanders' backfield, raising expectations for a season filled with competitive intrigue and dynamic offensive play. The speculation surrounding Rico Dowdle in Washington continues to grow, with sources hinting that his role could evolve week to week depending on matchups and performance, fueling rumors that he might become a key situational weapon. Analysts are debating how the coaching staff could leverage his skills in creative ways, perhaps by deploying him in motions, shifts, or dual-threat scenarios to exploit defensive vulnerabilities. Inside whispers suggest that his understanding of the offensive system and adaptability have impressed coaches, indicating a potential readiness to contribute immediately in meaningful situations. Fans are buzzing about hypothetical explosive runs, clutch third-down receptions, and goal-line contributions, with social media amplifying these narratives into viral discussions. Some insiders speculate that his presence might encourage more aggressive play calling, allowing the Commanders to take calculated risks that keep opponents off balance. Analysts also highlight his potential impact on internal competition, suggesting that other running backs could elevate their performance in response to the challenge, ultimately benefiting team cohesion and overall efficiency. Rumors suggest that the team sees him not only as depth, but as a strategic piece capable of changing game dynamics, prompting speculation about formations, snap distributions, and situational usage. Conversations among fans and commentators alike focus on his ability to be a difference-maker in tight contests, envisioning him as a versatile asset capable of tipping the scales in crucial moments. The overall narrative frames Dowdle as more than just a new addition. He is being positioned as a catalyst for innovation, unpredictability, and excitement within the Commanders' offensive system, potentially redefining how the backfield contributes to the team's overall success. Rumors regarding Rico Dowdle's potential role in Washington suggest that the Commanders may be planning to utilize him in highly specific, game-altering situations designed to maximize his strengths while keeping defenses guessing. Analysts speculate that his combination of agility, vision, and receiving ability out of the backfield could open up opportunities for creative schemes and mismatches, adding a new layer of complexity to the offense. Sources close to the team whisper that his work ethic and football IQ have already impressed coaching staff during practices, indicating readiness to integrate him into packages where he can contribute both on the ground and in the passing game. Social media chatter imagines him breaking tackles, making clutch receptions, and energizing the stadium with dynamic plays, fueling a sense of anticipation among fans for the upcoming season. Insider conversations hint at an evolving backfield hierarchy, where Dowdle's presence could push veteran players to refine their techniques and increase competitiveness, ultimately elevating the team's overall performance. Analysts are exploring potential packages, including motion-based designs, third-down versatility, and short-yardage power formations, all aimed at maximizing his unique skill set. Rumors also suggest that his signing might influence decisions beyond game day, including roster construction, conditioning priorities, and situational planning, highlighting his potential impact on multiple facets of team strategy. Conversations among fans speculate that his dynamic capabilities could provide a secret weapon in crucial moments, forcing defenses to account for him consistently. The growing buzz portrays Dowdle as more than just depth. He is emerging as a player capable of shaping offensive philosophy, creating excitement, and introducing a strategic edge that could pay dividends throughout the season. Insiders report that Rico Dowdle's arrival in Washington has created a ripple of intrigue surrounding the Commanders' offensive backfield, with rumors suggesting that he could earn meaningful touches earlier than expected if he continues to impress in practice. Analysts highlight his ability to adapt to multiple roles, including traditional rushing, receiving out of the backfield, and blocking responsibilities, making him a potential asset in unpredictable situations. Sources close to the coaching staff hint that his understanding of schemes and capacity to execute under pressure have elevated expectations for his role, sparking speculation about his potential as a situational game-changer. Fans and commentators alike are envisioning him in high-leverage situations, such as third-and-short conversions, goal-line scenarios, and motion-heavy plays, imagining how his versatility could disrupt defensive planning. Social media forums amplify these discussions, with enthusiasts sharing hypothetical highlight reels, debating snap allocations, and speculating on his chemistry with quarterbacks. Analysts note that his signing could subtly influence roster decisions, practice intensity, and competitive dynamics among running backs, potentially reshaping internal hierarchies. Insider whispers also point to his professional attitude and team-first mentality, suggesting that his presence could positively affect locker room culture, motivation, and cohesion among teammates. Rumors further hint at creative approaches to offensive scheming, incorporating Dowdle into packages designed to exploit defensive weaknesses while keeping opponents guessing. Ultimately, the chatter presents a narrative in which Dowdle is positioned as a versatile, potentially transformative figure capable of energizing the Commanders' offense and impacting both strategy and morale throughout the season. Buzz surrounding Rico Dowdle's signing with the Commanders has intensified, with sources speculating that his impact could extend far beyond simple depth addition, potentially influencing offensive philosophy and team strategy. Analysts are dissecting his skill set, noting that his agility, vision, and pass-catching ability make him a flexible asset capable of creating mismatches and forcing defenses to adjust on the fly. Rumors suggest that coaching staff have been impressed by his ability to grasp concepts quickly, adapt to changing situations, and execute assignments with consistency, hinting that he may be integrated into situational packages almost immediately. Fans are imagining high-energy scenarios in which Dowdle contributes on third downs, short yardage situations, and unexpected plays designed to keep opponents off balance. Insider chatter indicates that his presence could spark internal competition, pushing incumbent backs to elevate their performance while fostering an environment where every snap counts. Analysts speculate about strategic implications, considering how Dowdle's versatility might allow the team to experiment with motion, shifts, and dual-threat plays, maximizing opportunities across multiple dimensions of the offense. Social media is abuzz with discussions envisioning him breaking tackles, catching passes, and producing key plays in high-stakes moments, fueling excitement and anticipation. Insider whispers also suggest that his professionalism, work ethic, and competitive drive could positively influence locker room dynamics, motivating teammates and enhancing cohesion. The overall narrative forming around Dowdle paints him as a potentially pivotal figure in Washington's backfield, a versatile weapon capable of influencing game planning, roster strategy, and the overall rhythm of the offense in ways that could surprise opponents and delight fans alike. Rico Dowdle's signing with the Commanders has ignited speculation that his role may be far more significant than initially assumed, with insiders hinting at potential packages designed to leverage his dual-threat capability to disrupt defenses. Analysts are debating how his blend of speed, agility, and physicality might create matchup problems, enabling the team to exploit gaps while simultaneously keeping defensive coordinators guessing. Rumors indicate that coaches have been impressed by his grasp of the playbook and adaptability during practice, suggesting he could earn high-leverage snaps quickly if he continues to perform at a high level. Fans are actively envisioning him as a dynamic piece in third-down conversions, short yardage plays, and receiving situations that could change the momentum of games, sparking viral conversations and social media excitement. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.